Hey, how we doing? It's Jimmy. That's right. I thought I'd shoot a video because I was getting a lot of calls and texts and emails wondering how I was doing, how California's doing, because we're under quarantine, shelter-in-place order. Is it scary? What can and can you not do? So I decided to make a video. We can call it Jimmy Talks, which I know what you're thinking now is like, oh, you mean like a TED Talk? And I would have to say, nah, not like a TED Talk. Well, first of all, the titles are completely different. TED Talk, nice alliteration, flows off the tongue. Jimmy Talks, that's like an incomplete sentence. Like another word should be there. Like Jimmy talks too much. Jimmy talks a lot. Jimmy talks incessantly. But it's none of those. It's just Jimmy Talks. So the second thing I see that is different is I believe in TED Talks. They were both educational and motivational. And I can almost promise you that none of the Jimmy Talks will be educational or motivational. If that happens, it's going to be solely by accident. All right? Let's just be honest. And then lastly, on Jimmy Talks, only people named Jimmy will be talking. I'm a Jimmy. I'm talking. Jimmy Talks. I think in TED Talks, I'm not quite sure, but I don't think everybody who talked was a TED. I mean, I could be wrong. They could have all been named TED. We could Google it, but I'm pretty sure that that wasn't major criteria for being able to do a TED Talk. I just thought I'd let you know one of the perks of being quarantined and shelter in place is after 4 days of trying very hard not to touch my face, I can touch my face, right? Which is freeing. For you people who aren't in a quarantine state, who still have to practice like taping your hands down to your sides, because it's crazy how often you touch your face. Since we can't go anywhere, seatbelt sign is off, we're allowed to touch the face. Also, and I remember this because I'm thirsty right now. You see this, baby? You see this? Right, y'all made fun of me. Jimmy, all you drink is Mountain Dew, blah, blah, blah. Jimmy, blah, 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 Mountain Dew, it's not good for you. Well, right now at the stores, out here in California, you can so get Mountain Dew. That's right, yes. That's just a Jimmy perk from this whole quarantine business. Now, I know what a lot of you guys are thinking. You're thinking, Jimmy, there's a lot of Mountain Dew because it's not good for you. And I'm going to say, I think it's because the people who drink Mountain Dew, we're a kind person. People. We're kind people. That's what we are. And we only take what we need. And we leave for others. Now that could be pretty believable, but we took a big dent a couple days ago, I guess in Kentucky. A couple went and tried to buy 552 cans of Mountain Dew. That was the headline. 552 cans. Couple buys 500 or tries to buy 552 cans of Mountain Dew. Now, first, that's a crazy headline. You're like, 552 cans? Like, how many carts did they have? Did they have like 3 carts and they're just pulling them? And then, like, all the cans didn't fit in there? So did they have them in their arms and some were falling out in the aisles? Or did they have children and they were forcing them to carry, like, loose cans? And then, if you read the article, it states that they had 23 cases. Because 23 times 24 is 552. You can look it up. So, that's just sensational journalism, right? That's what it is. Because 552 cans makes you think those are crazy people. And if you heard 23 cases, you'd be like, that sounds about right. So, we're just going to have to agree to disagree about if Mountain Dew's bad for you or if we're kinder people. Don't go running out buying it now because I need my supply. So people want to know, you got to shelter in place. Can you go outside? And the answer is yes. Yes, we can totally go outside. And now that seems to fly in the face of the word shelter in place. But we are learning that those boundaries are flexible, right? Like you can go to the bank, you can go grocery store, you can go to gas. Did I say that? No, I don't think so. I think you can go get gas. You can go to the weed store. I have that on pretty good information. Not that I necessarily know, but I've been told. And gun shops. You can go to all those places. And we used to be able to go outside and hike. Like that was a big thing when the governor put us under quarantine. He said you can go to all those places and you can hike. Because in California, we love to hike. So now for about 5 days we were practicing excellent social distancing, right? Like the mayor would come on and even tell us at night, dude, you guys, great leaders in social distancing, trendsetters. And, you know, we were feeling pretty good about ourselves. But it had been crappy weather for like 10 days. Like the sun was in quarantine and it was rainy and, oh, touching my face, but I can't. And it was rainy. And the other day, the sun came out, 73 degrees. So, like toddlers, we all started running outside and we ran out and went hiking and we went out to the beach, and I guess we forgot about social distancing because the news cameras were there and they were filming us all high-fiving each other, petting each other's dogs. And now, this morning, we can't go to the beach. Parking lots are closed because we're idiots and we can't go hiking. Trails are closed because we're idiots. So let me apologize for all of California for when you get quarantined and they're going to be like, we can't trust you to go outside because look at California. Look what they did. So, and now I'm really pissed, right? Because the mayor says we can't go hiking. Now, it should be noted that I hate hiking. Like if you ever see me hiking, only two things are happening. I'm either there against my will or I'm looking for buried treasure. Only two reasons you should ever see me hiking. So, but now that the mayor says I can't, it's all I wanted to do today. I've wanted to hike so bad. I'm just staring at the hill over there like, oh, if I could just climb you, it would be awesome. But we can't. We're still allowed outside because obviously I'm outside, right? And but we just can't hike or go to the beach. Like they knew that there'd be a problem because 2 days prior they took down all the volleyball nets because they knew that we couldn't be trusted, that we would still play volleyball. So that's, you get to go outside even in a shelter in place is what I'm guessing I'm getting at. Totally free to go outside. Now I know there's been a lot of panic buying. This I know. But the craziest place that has lines out the door to me out here are the gun shops. Like people are buying a lot of guns, a lot of ammo. And that just makes me wonder if I missed a news briefing. Like, did I miss a briefing where they said, oh, and by the way, in some cases, you can shoot the virus. What? Because if we can shoot the virus, I'll get all Rambo on that shit's ass, right? I'll get me a couple guns. I'll be like, shit ton of bullets, taking out a bunch of germs. Like, if that's what's going on. But I've Googled, I haven't seen anything that says we can shoot the virus. So that makes me think that maybe an email's gone out to certain people telling them like the next stage of coronavirus is a zombie apocalypse. So, and I'm not on an email chain. So, oh, and that reminds me. If you have friends who fall for conspiracy theories or are conspiracy theorists, you may want to reach out to them right now because I'm sure that their brains are swimming in the amount of conspiracies that could be happening right now. Everywhere they go, there's probably a conspiracy. The grocery store, the gas station, stock market, TV, every candidate ever. The dog, that's a newspaper, that's a prop for later. See, and then that stupid newspaper made me forget what I was talking about. Right? And I have been filming for quite a long time. So for me to stop this right here, right, would be ridiculous. And I am stalling hard right now to try to remember what you'll be able to rewind in a second to be like, idiot, short-term memory loss guy. You don't remember what you were talking about, right? But, oh, yes, conspiracy theorists. See, it took me that long to remember, but I remembered. You should call them, because right now their heads are spinning. They're like, oh my God, everything's a conspiracy. So reach out, let them know everything's going to be okay, maybe. I know you guys go to your grocery stores. You're still allowed to go to grocery stores. They're more like museums now of places where we used to keep food and stuff. I know there's no food shortage, but the panic hoarders seem to get there before everybody else. It's just weird in California. Like, I'm guessing where you live too, like the water is all gone. Like, did I miss another briefing where we all relocated to Flint, Michigan? Right? Because, I mean, why are we drinking up all the bottled water? Why? I mean, we have water that we shower in, comes right out of tap. Most of us, except for Flint, Michigan, you can drink that stuff, right? And there's no bottled water, right? I mean, at the very least, you can get a Brita water filter, and you can use that pitcher and fill it up and put it in your refrigerator. I have one, but more now it's just like a water pitcher because I haven't bought one of those filters in forever. And everybody seems fine with that water. I'm just saying, we were in a drought for like 5 years out here. And you know how many times our stores ran out of bottled water? Goose egg! 0 times. Never a time was I at the store and I was like, hey man, I need water because we're in a drought. And I went down the aisle and there was no water. There was always water. Almost made you think, what drought? Because I'm not a farmer. It's not really affecting me so much, right? So, I can't believe that we don't have water, all right? The second thing that is gone, and I'm guessing it's going where you live too, is toilet paper, right? Because you guys saw our panic hoarding, and you're copying, because we are trendsetters. So you're like, oh, they took all the water, let's get toilet paper too. Now, I don't get why everybody's hoarding the toilet paper, right? I mean, in my house, next to the toilet is a shower. It's totally right there. So if I don't have any paper, I can use that, so I don't need to be hoarding it. And 2, was there another briefing that toilet paper is going to be the new currency? I mean, because maybe that's true, because the stock market today dropped like another 1,000 points. Like, I think, like this morning, I got a Google alert that me and Jeff Bezos, like, almost the same amount of money. Like, the same. All right. I'm lying right there. But, you know, the playing field has been leveled a little bit. A little bit. I'm coming for you, Jeff. So, see, right there again. That was a thing I wasn't planning on saying. And it messed me up on the stuff, the important information that I'm trying to get across. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. But anyway, back to toilet paper being currency. So I'm thinking that toilet paper is going to be the new currency. That's why the people are hoarding it. Like, I see, like, we all thought it was going to be Bitcoins, right? Or like cash or gold. But no. It's toilet paper, right? Because the stock market, money's going to be worth nothing. Everybody seems to really need toilet paper to wipe their butt. So I see in a not too distant future, like, trust fund babies are really going to be like toilet paper fund babies. Like, in 30 years, it's going to be like, oh, every month I get 36 rolls of Charmin delivered to me. Why? Because I am a toilet paper fund baby. Because my parents and their parents in 2020 bought all the toilet paper they could get their hands on. We're rich. So maybe that's because I don't see why I don't. Because, see, right here, this is a little pandemic hack I have found out. This, I just started getting. It is the Sunday LA Times. Why? Because I want to read it? No! Look how much paper that is. That's a lot of paper. Right? I'm going to have to say, that's like a family of 6. That's a week for a family of 6 right there. So don't forget where you heard it. Sign up for the Sunday delivery. You don't even have to go get it. They throw it to you. It's in a plastic bag. I think it's like, it says $3.66. That's kind of bullshit ripoff. That's not $3.66 worth of toilet paper. So maybe that hack's not the best one, but that's what we're doing this week at the Paulson household. So, also another good hack, when you're in the grocery store and you're in the aisle and we're all practicing social distancing and you see that item you need, but there are people that might be closer to that item than you are, just start coughing. Give them a little hack attack. You'll be surprised. People pull hamstrings trying to get away from you, and you're able to get what you need. Could be a little dirty, but you know, there's rubbing and racing. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, so the last thing that we ran out of here was bread. Can you believe it? In California, we ran out of bread. Like, there's no tortillas or bread of any kind. And I can't wrap my brain around it, because you see, like, since 2001, if you were out in public with carbs of any kind, you kind of got looked at like you were a smoker, right? They gave you a huge side eye. Like, what are you doing with carbs, man? You trying to kill us all? You trying to give me secondhand carbs, man? You trying to make me fat, man? So we really weren't doing carbs out here. And now all the pandemicness and the panic shopping, and you go in the store, and there's no bread. No bread, no tortillas. Like, not even the shitty bread. Like, you know, the bread that the government allows to make it with like 43% plastic byproducts? Like, not even that bread, like Wonder Bread. No bread, no tortillas. So that just makes me think that the rich people are wiping their butt with sliced bread and tortillas. Because where did it all go? We don't eat carbs, right? So it's crazy. It's crazy. Life is nuts. But you're still allowed to go outside and enjoy today the cloudiness and the coldiness. And, you know, that's just a few of the insights, stuff that you can expect if you get quarantined. I don't know. Maybe I'd like to leave you with a positive. The positive I'd like to take out of this is, like, I'm like the same as LeBron James, right? We're the same. And you know why? Because we are non-essential human beings. I mean, people. I mean, workers. We are non-essential workers, right? I'm not allowed to go to work. I don't have a job. I had a job. I did. Because I remember one of my last days of work, I was at work going, hey, man, you know what sucks? Pearl Jam just canceled their tour because of coronavirus. Which, it's a Pearl Jam shirt. I know a lot of you people are like, dude, what's up with that shirt? It says 10C. Is he the 10th case of corona in California? No, 10 Club, Pearl Jam. Right? So, but I was at work complaining, like, I can't believe Pearl Jam canceled their concert. Now I don't even have that job to go bitch at. But you know who else doesn't have his job? LeBron James. Because we're both non-essential. So that way, I'm just like LeBron. We could hang. I mean, if there wasn't a pandemic. Right? I mean, besides all his money and how he's going to be able to pay rent or mortgage, and me not have a job and like living paycheck to paycheck and, you know, whatever. Well, you take that out of the picture. The government had told us both, like, the world can go on without either one of you two dudes doing anything. So, that's pretty awesome, right? That's a once-in-a-lifetime thing in your lifetime to see you're just like a superstar athlete. Me and LeBron. So, that's about it for this talk. I think we covered a lot of stuff about the quarantine here in California. And I do want to say, you know, stay safe, practice social distancing. Maybe on our next Jimmy Talks, we'll talk about some of the other bummers about being in quarantine, because I really don't want to focus on those. But like one off the top of my head is you have to be quarantined with your teenager, and that fucking blows. Right? I mean, that's almost insult to injury. That's like, dude, not only do you not get to make money and really pay your bills, we're going to alleviate some of that pressure by having no real food for you to buy, so at least you can frivolously spend it there. But you're going to have to stay in your house with your teenager. And, oh, that is brutal. 3 times this week. It's only been like 9 days. 3 times I've had to tell my son, hey, Jacob, you know why there's no Amber Alerts for 14-year-old boys? Because nobody cares, right? If you're a 14-year-old boy and you go missing, what parent is calling that in? They're like, he's got a phone. Let somebody else feed him. You know, doesn't appreciate what he has. Right, I've had to tell him that at least 3 times, right? It's hard, man. And I'll tell you why it's hard. Because with this whole shelter-in-place thing, it's just solidifying his belief that all I do is lie to him, right? I told him there was a tooth fairy. There was no tooth fairy. I told him there was a Santa Claus. There was no Santa Claus. I told him you should go outside and play with your friends. You should play basketball. You should ride bikes. You should go on a hike. You should play beach volleyball. And now the governor is telling him, no, you should stay at home. Get on your little video game system. Talk through there. Play games. Go on Zoom. Put up a TikTok video of how you're wiping your butt without toilet paper. Right? That's what I'm dealing with. It's awesome. I mean, the only upside is, I guess, I know what time of the day it is when he's screaming for breakfast and lunch and dinner. But, you know. So we might cover that. But the topic might be more like, you know, how single parents of 14-year-olds kind of understand why some animals in the wild kill their young. Right? That could be the topic. Or maybe I could prove and disprove stuff that's all over the internet right now. Like, I read today, there's a study going on in France, clinical trials, very early, but supposedly buying a pet hamster almost totally reduces your chance of getting coronavirus. And I mean, it's believable, because if you have a pet hamster, you're probably not going to have friends, because nobody wants to be friends with somebody who has a pet hamster, because hamsters are dumb pets. And I mean, look, you take them out of the cage and you put them in that bowl, they're like a Roomba, right? So that's probably believable, but we can look into it more. I've also put out a call to a paleontologist that is a dinosaur doctor, a professor or doctor of fossils, in case you don't know. I got some friends who might not know. But he's a professor over at the La Brea tar pits. And I put a call in because, what's his name? I have that written down here. His name is Dr. Jimmy Mack. And you know why his name is Dr. Jimmy Mack? Because this is Jimmy Talks, and Jimmy Mack can talk on Jimmy Talks. Separating ourselves from TED Talk. That's all I'm saying. And I want to get his knowledge and thoughts on, like, when the dinosaurs were becoming extinct, did they panic shop? Did they hoard toilet paper and water and bread? And is there anything that we can glean from what they did and what we're doing? So hopefully maybe that's the next Jimmy Talk. But until then, stay safe, wash your hands, social distance, aloha.